Hello, this is my first what if on what if Deku had a healing quirk. Thank you for tuning in this video and let's do this. The story begins when Izuku is only 4 years old. Unlike most children, Izuku never cared about flashy powers. He just wanted to be a hero who could save everyone with a smile. One afternoon, Inko was cooking dinner, and then she heard a loud crash from the living room. She yelled out Izuku, and she ran to find her son crying. He had fallen off a chair while trying to reach one of the All Might action figures. Blood trickled from a cut on his forehead. Inko quickly picked him up. She said, "Oh no, hold still." But before she could grab the first aid kit, something incredible happened. A soft emerald glow surrounded Izuku's body. The cut had closed, the blood disappeared, not even a scar remained. Inko froze. She said, "What?" Izuku had looked in his head in confusion. It doesn't hurt anymore. But before either of them could process what had happened, another surprise arrived. The next day at preschool, a classmate had tripped during recess and scraped his knees badly. While everyone panicked, Izuku instinctively grabbed the boy's hand. The same green light appeared, and within seconds, every scrape vanished. Everybody rushed over to Izuku, happy and laughing, saying that he got his quirk, and when he had got home that day, he had asked his mom could they go to the quirk doctor. They had got in the car and drove to the doctor's office. Izuku was bouncing up and down in his seat, happy, wondering or knowing what his quirk is, but also amazed that he could heal people and help people. When they got there, the doctors ran tests, and the quirk name is Restoration, a powerful healing ability that allows Izuku to repair injuries, broken bones, damaged organs, and even exhaustion by transferring his own stamina into others. The more serious the injury, the more injury it costs. If he pushes too far, he risks collapsing. When he gets back home and he goes to his room, he looks up at his All Might Fit poster with sparkling eyes. If I can heal people, then I can help heroes save even more lives. For the first time, Inko realized something. Her son wasn't destined to become the strongest hero. He was destined to become the hero that made everybody stronger. 10 years later, when he was 14, a familiar red pair of red shoes walked down the halls of Aldera Middle School. Izuku Midoriya had grown taller, but his dream hasn't changed. He still wanted to be the world's greatest hero. The only difference, everyone thought his dream was impossible. As soon as Izuku entered the classroom, a loud voice immediately filled the room. "Oi, medic!" The class burst into laughter. Katsuki Bakugo leaned back in his chair with a smug grin. "So you're still trying to get into UA?" Izuku clutched his notebook, stuttering a bit. "Yeah," Bakugo laughed. "Don't make me laugh. You're just a nerd with a healing quirk. All you do is stand around." The class laughed even harder. One student spoke up. "He's got a doctor's quirk." Another added, "Nah, he'd make a better nurse." Izuku stayed silent. He had heard it all before. His quirk had become much, much stronger over the years, though. He could heal broken bones. He could close deep wounds. He can even restore exhausted muscles. But people only saw support, never a hero. Bakugo stood up and walked over until they were face to face. "You notice the difference between us, Deku? That you'll sit back while I win fights, and you'll just heal the person I save." The classroom erupted in laughter again. Izuku lowered his head, but he didn't cry. Not anymore, at least. He simply picked up his notebook after Bakugo knocked it on the floor. There were hundreds of pages, rescue strategies, villain analysis, heroes' combat tactics, medical procedures, and different ways to save people faster. Bakugo scoffed, "You're hopeless." The bell rang, ending class. As everyone left, Izuku looked out the window toward the distant skyline. "I proved them wrong. I don't have to destroy people to become the greatest hero. I just have to save more people than anyone else." Thank you everyone for listening to this video and taking the time out of your day to listen to part 1 of What If Deku Had a Healing Quirk. I hope everyone has a good day and a good night, and peace.